What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another Marvel Rivals video. And this one is Season 9, Day 1, going in. This is like not even 7:30 in the morning. I haven't even had my first cup of coffee yet. So, this is going to be great. So, Season 9 of Marvel Rivals begin with a murder foretold. Apocalypse may be the only mutant to have watched every poor decision that collapsed his timeline, from its heroic age to ruin it is now. To carry out his plan to call the gods, and Sabanur used celestial technology to build a faith harvesting engine, a machine that could absorb all the faith directed towards the gods. By claiming the faith of these unworthy deities for himself, Apocalypse would rise as the one true god of the universe and reshape the order and the collapsed timeline its own image. However, the very moment of his ascension, a mysterious assassin struck him down. The faith energy leaking from the engine thickened into a storm, sealing the heroes who came to investigate his death inside a perfect closed circle mystery. Okay. No one could get in, no one could get out, and in the sealed environment, the killings began one after another until paranoia had settled over even the most steadfast heroes, because everyone understood the same chilling fact. The murderer was one of them. Death had come to Thebes. Make no mistake, this is a season about evil. One villain struck down by another, heroes assassinated one by one in the dark, gods and mortals alike trapped inside the storm find themselves surrounded by nameless malice. What we want to explore this season is that evil is not always easy to define. Not all of it is the same, and if you tried to sort the evil of the world, they would fall more or less into two kinds. The first evil is the first evil for its own sake, grand in scale, bottomless in the harm, beyond anything world can hold. Villain of this order write their own blueprints for how the world ought to run, drawing up their own lists of who deserves to live and who does not. Driven by unshakable will and terrible power, they push their culling in the name of progress. Evil like this never leaves just a body or two behind. It leaves mountains of the dead who people erase from history altogether. Apocalypse was without question a villain of this kind. Some might say that once he turned his greed of evolve or die away from the mortals and aimed it at the gods, he became less of a villain, or at least less evil. But where the spear is pointed never changes. Whose hand is on it would what makes a man evil is what does not whom he choose to destroy. Oh no, too far. The second kind of evil is done for the sake of something else. It dreams no grand idea and clings to no fierce belief. It comes to believe when person their own lowest, sometimes just wants to a little more food, a little more money, sometimes only wants to survive. Turns evil the moment a person decides to take what they need to be hurting someone else. The Hood, who makes this debut this season, is a small evil made flesh who he made lying the ground with him since season 7. Working with the Marvel Games and Marvel Comics team, we completely rebuilt Parker Robbins' origins from the Chronoverse throughout the Infinity Comics and the in-game lore. This Parker, born with bottomless hunger for power, came from a Puerto Rican immigrant family and grew up in the Bronx as a diehard fan of Captain America. Two forces kept his dark whispers at bay as a boy and held each other in balance. The street smarts his father drilled into him, as well as the higher ideals Cap stood for. When his father was framed by Kingpin and sent to prison, and the captain he worshipped failed him, the scales inside him tipped, and after the sudden loss of both his father figures, a void was unleashed within him and nothing would ever fill. And what started as an irreverence for the forces that kept him and his family down became never-ending quest for power. Now sent to Thebes by his patron, the cosmic entity Oblivion, on a secret errand, a man like Parker Robbins is capable of anything. Okay. So back to the tables at hand, troubles at hand. Apocalypse is now dead. The grand and terrible evil, it seems, has been undone, and the Hood is surely the kind of villain our heroes can handle. But is it really that simple? For all its horror, a grand evil knows it's evil. It gives the good a target. The survivors know exactly who wronged them, and they will fight tooth and nail to bring him down. The small evil offers no such self-reflection. The selfishness and greed and spite and be coiled in every heart once they slip its leash in the pursuit of what seems as good. They drag the whole world down with it and push the line between right and wrong until nothing is left. Grand evil takes lives, small evil consumes what makes us human. Which is why we are grateful this season for Jubilee. Against a threat the size of Apocalypse, one person may amount to little, but against the smaller evil, Jubilee is exactly what we need. A spirit as bright and explosive as her own fireworks, a woman who lost her way and fought her way back to the light, that makes her both mutant kind and humanity's best defender. Alright. And the smallest evil in this season is not about the Hood alone. The clues you piece together during the Death of Apocalypse event are only fragments of far longer truth. Okay, that's going to be interesting. When the curtain finally lifts in the second half of the season, we will see the dark cosmic magic and twin pistols of the Hood, nowhere near the darkest things in history. So he's definitely going to have twin pistols and stuff like that. That's cool. Sometimes where Jubilee found her way back to the light, the darkness can form a blade of pain on a divine quest, and where Apocalypse sought his own ascension on his quests. If gods do not exist, then there's no greater good nor evil. What should truly frighten us in the grand evil that remains, even when gods are real. So it is on us to be the smaller good that rises. Well, that was a mouthful. I definitely should have drank a little coffee and woke up before I read that. Oh my god. I like the opening of this. This looks pretty good. You have the Hood over here. You have, like, Moon Knight over here. Let's get into this. Let's check out what this is going to look like. Ooh. I'm still thinking it might have been the Hood, but maybe the Hood is working along the God Butcher. You know what I mean? So my projected is silver 3, which is like kind of like normal and typical for that. Alright, cool. Cool. Sweet. Sweet. So I got those two new skins. Awesome. Okay, the death of Apocalypse. Wolverine, Psylocke, and Gambit have perished in succession. Apocalypse also lies defeated inside his sarcophagus, while the architect of the carnage still lurks in the shadows. Your mission: return to the scene of the crime, hunt for every clue, piece together the puzzle, and uncover the truth behind the deathly mystery. Get this card and that card, huh? Okay. Let's check this out. That's gonna be the first one, second one, third one. Ooh, I'm gonna come in here and read all of this later, but okay. Case brief. Oh, hello. Okay. Case description, fill all blanks. How do you do that? Gather clues while the heroes are gonna. Okay, that's certainly interesting. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to do stuff to actually get that done. You have 40 days. Okay, so there's that one. Here's the Resurrection of the Horseman. Alright, this is the one for Wolverine. So, okay. So is this how we get the skins, I wonder? Or is this going to be something different? Because here's the rewards we're going to get. Alright. So here's Wolverine, Psylocke, Gambit, and then Apocalypse. So I'm guessing we're supposed to win these. Right. Resurrect and plant the death seed before beginning resurrection. So then maybe that's what gives us the skin. I could be wrong. I love how Gambit looks like a fucking vampire. Okay, so these are the two events we now have right now. Now for the battle pass. Okay. So, retainable chrono tokens. What? Fire and Light, Bullets and Teeth finally ending and Soulless corporate takeover. The story of the incursion has come to a close, but at the edge of the time stream, meaning destructive darkness sweeps across the world beneath, God will fall. Retainable chrono tokens. Wait, so I kept. What? That's new. That's like. They've never allowed you to retain your chrono tokens before. Like, never. That is awesome. Alright. Oh, yeah. I want to check out the Battle Pass first. Because I want to see which one's the free skin. Yes! The first skin in the game is hers. I was hoping that was going to be the case. That is awesome. Yes. So, yeah. So, first wave, you got hers, and then here's all the other stuff. I'm so happy about these. They're coming back. They copied what Cap did. That's awesome. Nice. Okay, so there's hers. There's Mr. Fantastics. There's Iron Man. So Namor is one of the free ones, Lord of Atlantis. Ooh, that looks nice. Oh, and then you have Ultron as one of the other free skins. Mantis' looks pretty good. Rockets looks pretty good. Like Cloak and Daggers looks pretty good. And then they make Deadpool the last one. That's great. Oh, they even changed his guns. Awesome. That looks cool. And they changed his swords. That's sweet. Oh yeah. And that's Dead Mummy. Hell yeah. Okay. And then the last gallery card. Okay. So this looks like it's going to be interesting. This is just flashing for some reason. Hopefully, maybe, because I heard we might be getting one of these ones back again, one of the newer, one of the older ones. So we'll see. I knew it. So you can get the Jubilee and Wolverine skin, right? For a combination. Doesn't look like the other skins are available, so you can get Wolverines and Jubilees, because this is Wolverine's like a Horseman of Apocalypse death skin. Looks pretty good. And then, so they have two ones they're doing. They have the Corporate Raider Rogue one, right? And then they just have, okay. So this is Vampire Jubilee and or Gothic Jubilee. I mean, not bad. Not bad looking at all. Okay. Wait, are you actually going to be able to... Oh, really? You're going to be able to change the alt effect too? Oh, yes, please. Gives you runes? Is that what I saw? Yes. And you can actually change the color of her outfit too. So she can have her traditional color, green. Kind of like that color. That color looks pretty good. Heck yeah. That is going to be awesome. And then new cinematic, of course. Hell yeah. Of course, esports stuff, like always. Join the little, Discord, which I don't like Discord. I don't trust Discord one bit. Team Up 2.0 tutorial, which I definitely highly suggest anyone probably test that out and try it, because Team Ups has changed like big time. One thing I'm looking forward to is Dino is getting a new skin here soon. I don't know if you've seen it, but he is going to be getting a Jeffy skin. So just like how Jeff has a Dino skin, like this adorable little Dino skin that he has, Dino gets a Jeff skin. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait to have like a plushy Jeff skin on Dino just going around, especially with the new team ups that they got going on. Oh man, it's gonna be great, just because the fact of the matter is, you get turrets with the Punisher team up with Dino, so that's gonna be great. But heck yes. Home background has changed. And much like every single time they add a new place and like new characters and all that, unlock all the mysteries of Thebes gallery cards. And then Heroic Journey. As Jubilee assists allies in achieving a team wipe. As Jubilee, blind an enemy blade with dazzling detonation. Now that's also, if you can play as Jubilee, it's probably going to be quite difficult, but I will definitely test her out. I will definitely take her to the practice range, show her off a little bit. Definitely play her in 18 versus 18 and have some fun. That is for sure. But that is all the currently new stuff that they have in the current Battle Pass and everything that is now going on. I'm pretty sure this event coincides with this event, at least as far as my understanding is, but once I understand it fully, I'll definitely explain the Death Apocalypse event. Right? So 3 mysteries to reveal the final truth, which I'm pretty sure is going to have to do with this, progressing through this, you gain things for this, and all that other kind of stuff. But anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed the reveal of Season 9. Can't wait to see you all out there. Catch me for my next one, and make sure you guys go check out w.gg and use my code Tactical Gaming 90 for 10% off. Later, guys. Have a good one.